Hello everyone, welcome to TechWebDots. Today I'm going to discuss what Dockerfile is. And this session is part of Docker for Beginners series, so I strongly recommend you to watch the previously recorded sessions for better understanding. So let's proceed to understand what Dockerfile is. So a Dockerfile is a text file that contains the instructions we use to build and run a Docker image. Right, in the previous video also we understand what the whole process look like. We have to create one Docker file, then it will convert into Docker image, and then we create the container from it. So a Docker file is used to create reproducible builds, right? It means one time you create and you can reproduce it n number of times. It defines the aspects of the image. Now, to learn what are the aspects we are talking about, this is the sample .NET image, or you can say it's a .NET application image that we are trying to explain here. Okay, let's understand each thing one by one. In the very first line, where it is written from mcr.microsoft.com/.net/sdk colon 6.0 as built. So this is nothing. This line specifies the base image for the build stage. Okay, where we use the term as build, it means we call it build stage, and it uses the official .NET SDK 6.0 image instead of 6.0. It can be the latest one as well, so don't worry about that, which includes all the tools necessary to build a .NET application. Okay, so it will help us to build the .NET application. We name this stage build for later reference, so we can later also reference this layer as a build layer. Okay, the next one is work directory slash app. So here we are setting the work directory inside the container to the app, so that will be our work directory. We have seen all the folder structure when our container creates, how it looks like. So we are setting app will be the project directory. Now from where we are running this Docker file, where we are specifying all these instructions, in that we are saying we just need to copy everything, whatever is the name of our C# project. CS means C# project, and we are copying everything into the root folder. So copies C# project files into the working directory, which is our /app. Next, that says run .NET restore. So this is simple, as the name suggests, restoring all the nugget packages required by the project, and caches the dependencies and making subsequent build faster. So once it runs one time, so it caches all the dependencies, so next time it will run pretty quickly. The next one, copy. Then we have copies all the remaining application files into the working directory. It means apart from csproj, if any other file that we wanted to copy in the app directory, so we can do so by using this command, run .NET publish -c release -o out. So what this command says, building application in the release configuration, it is of type release, so builds the application in release configuration. It means we are building our application in the release configuration and publish all its content to the output to the app/out directory, because the way we have the work directory /app, under that there will be one out folder will also created that will contain all the published content. Now you see, again we are seeing this statement from mcr.microsoft.com.net ASP.ASP.NET colon 6.0. What does it mean? This line start a new stage. This time we are not giving any name. Using official .NET ASP.NET runtime 6.0 image, it is much smaller than the whole SDK. Previously, if you notice, we use the whole SDK, but this time we are not using the whole SDK. And this image contains only necessary component to run the application. So previous one was for build the application, and this one is for running the application. Again, we are telling this image the work directory will be /app. So we set the working directory within the runtime container. Next, we copies the published application from the out directory of the build stage into the working directory of the runtime container. So this is what it will be performing, and in the next line we are exposing what port we wanted to expose, which is the default port for the ASP.NET application. And here the entry point. So here we are saying the entry point will be the .NET. The first thing specifies the command to run when the container start. So .NET will be the runtime, and your application name.dll, it will be name of your application that you have created. So these all are the important part of an image, which basically creates our Docker image and help us to run the container. So we have seen Dockerfile here, and if you run this command docker build -t counter image, which is the name of our image that we are providing, you can give anyone that you want, -f the file, the Docker file it will look for in the current directory. Dot is the required in this statement. When you run this docker build command, image will be created, and then when you run docker run -it -rm counter image, rm is when your container is stopped, then it will remove the container. Now we understand what is Dockerfile and what type of instructions we wrote in the Dockerfile, right? And how it is contributed in the whole process of creating the Docker image and Docker container. We'll understand the Docker image, and we'll also understand how we can visualize the layers that we have talked about so far that got created during the Docker image creation. We'll discuss it in the next video. So I will see you there. Thanks for watching.